The ground trembles as two giants face off. Necks, like ancient siege weapons, begin their lethal waltz. This is no gentle embrace, it is a brutal ballet for supremacy. Every swing, every thunderous crash carries the weight of generations. The stakes, not just a fleeting moment of pride, but the very essence of survival, the claiming of territory, and the sacred right to forge a legacy through genes. This raw spectacle, a behavior known as necking, is a profound ritual among male giraffes, a contest designed to establish a clear and unyielding hierarchy. Within the vast, sun-drenched savannas, these battles are the ultimate test of a bull's worth. The goal is simple and primal, to prove one's dominance and, in doing so, secure exclusive access to receptive females. It is a violent negotiation for the future, where only the most powerful earn the privilege to pass on their lineage. A victory here is not just a personal triumph, it is a declaration to the entire herd, a signal that this bull possesses the strength, stamina, and genetic superiority required to lead. The defeated, meanwhile, must yield, retreating to the fringes of the social circle, forced to wait for another chance to challenge the established order. This violent struggle for mating rights is the central pillar upon which their complex social structure is built, a brutal but necessary mechanism that ensures the fittest prevail. The mechanics of the fight are a breathtaking display of raw power and surprising grace. The combatants stand side by side, their impossibly long necks beginning to swing in wide, pendulous arcs. They use their heads, crowned with horn-like ossicones, as living maces, aiming for the opponent's most vulnerable areas: the neck, the legs, and the torso. The sound of the impacts echoes across the plains, a percussive rhythm of bones striking flesh. Each blow is a calculated measure of strength, a test of endurance. The bull's body sway under the force of the collisions, their legs braced against the earth to maintain balance. The fight is a dance of attrition, a relentless exchange where momentum and precision are as critical as sheer force. They twist and pivot, their necks entangling and separating, each movement a new phase in a contest that can last from a few minutes to over an hour. A punishing marathon that pushes both animals to their physical limits. To engage in such perilous combat, giraffes have evolved an arsenal of formidable physical adaptations, their necks, stretching up to 6 feet long and weighing hundreds of pounds, are not merely elegant appendages for reaching high branches, they are powerful, muscular levers, reinforced with thick, dense bone and supported by incredibly strong ligaments. These necks are built to both deliver and withstand devastating force. The skull itself is a key component of this weaponry. It is exceptionally thick and heavy, designed to maximize the impact of each headbit. Furthermore, the ossicones, the unique, skin-covered cartilage structures on their heads, are not just for show. In males, they become larger and knobbier with age, developing calcium deposits that transform them into formidable, bludgeoning instruments. These specialized traits are the product of an evolutionary arms race, where a stronger neck and a harder head directly translate to a greater chance of victory and, consequently, a greater chance of reproduction. The outcome of these brutal contests directly shapes the social landscape of the herd. The victor emerges as the dominant bull, his status now indisputable. This newfound authority grants him preferential access to resources, prime feeding grounds, and, most importantly, the attention of the females. He becomes the central figure in the herd's hierarchy, his presence a constant reminder of his power. The other males, having witnessed his strength firsthand, will generally defer to him, avoiding further confrontation. The loser, often exhausted and sometimes injured, must accept his subordinate position. He will be pushed to the periphery, his opportunities to mate severely diminished. This hierarchy is not permanent. It is a fluid system, constantly being tested and reshuffled as younger, stronger bulls rise to challenge the reigning champion. A male's position within this social structure is a direct reflection of his combat prowess, a status earned through trial by combat. From an evolutionary perspective, This seemingly destructive behavior is a powerful engine of natural selection. The intense competition ensures that only the strongest, healthiest, and most resilient males get to reproduce. The very traits that lead to victory in a necking battle: a longer, more muscular neck, a thicker skull, superior stamina, and strategic fighting ability are the same traits that are then passed on to the next generation. This process, repeated over millennia, has likely been a driving force behind the evolution of the giraffe's most iconic feature, its extraordinary neck. While the neck's four-sex hypothesis is debated among scientists, it offers a compelling explanation for how such an extreme anatomical feature could have developed. Neck fighting acts as a genetic filter, a rigorous quality control system that favors the propagation of superior genes, ultimately contributing to the long-term survival and robustness of this species. However, the pursuit of dominance comes with significant risks. These are not ceremonial clashes, they're life-or-death struggles where the stakes are incredibly high. The sheer force of the blows can lead to a range of severe injuries. Bulls can suffer from broken jaws, fractured neck vertebrae, and deep gashes. A well-aimed strike can knock an opponent unconscious or even send them sprawling to the ground, a position of extreme vulnerability. In rare but documented cases, these fights can be fatal. A giraffe that is knocked down may be unable to get back up, leaving it exposed to predators or succumbing to its injuries. The high potential for harm underscores the immense evolutionary pressure on these animals. The willingness to risk grievous injury or death for a chance at procreation reveals just how critical reproductive success is in the unforgiving calculus of the natural world. Beneath the brute force lies a subtle language of power, a series of signals that can often de-escalate a potential conflict before it begins. A bull's posture and presence can convey a great deal about its intent and capability. A dominant male will often carry his neck high, a clear signal of his status. Size is also a crucial factor. Larger, more mature bulls with heavily armored ossicones are often avoided by smaller, younger rivals. Before a full-blown fight erupts, there's typically a period of assessment. The potential combatants may circle each other, sizing one another up. They might engage in gentle, parallel walking or even seemingly affectionate neck rubbing. These initial interactions are not friendly gestures, they're a form of tactile reconnaissance, a way to gauge the other's muscle mass, resolve, and strength. A challenger may back down at this stage if he senses a significant disparity in power, averting a violent and potentially costly confrontation. By meticulously observing these traumatic encounters, scientists gain invaluable behavioral insights into the hidden world of giraffe society. These fights are a window into their complex social dynamics, revealing how hierarchies are formed, maintained, and challenged. Studying the frequency and intensity of necking battles helps researchers understand mating patterns, the pressures of sexual selection, and the intricate relationships between males. It provides data on everything from the age at which bulls begin to compete to the long-term consequences of victory and defeat. This knowledge is crucial not only for our academic understanding, but also for conservation efforts, as it helps us appreciate the full spectrum of behaviors necessary for a healthy, functioning giraffe population. In the raw theater of the savanna, male giraffes fight not for sport, they fight for a future.